Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. You know, at this channel, we're a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. We are all about saving lives over here at the Jamaica Young Police channel, so that's why we support preemptive strikes, because preemptive strikes save life. Anyone who can make you believe absurdity can make you commit any criminal act. A wise man can change his mind, but a fool will never, because he's a fool. And remember that you must never try to educate a fool, because the fool will hate you. Only a friend will tell you the truth, and fakers will cheer you on even when you are wrong. Anyone who has the balls or spine to tell a friend the truth, after that, most people, especially Jamaicans, normally get vexed and upset with you and end the relationship. But guess what? They weren't even your friends anyway, because they do not respect others who are honest, truthful, and straightforward with them, and not a faker. Before we begin today's video, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel want our audience and detractors to know that anything that we have said here at the Jamaica Young Police channel that is incorrect, you can reach out to us at 954-556-0275, and we will give you the chance to correct the same. To us, the first and foremost thing about us on this channel is our character, credibility, and reputation. We have never slandered or defamed anyone's name on this platform, and whatever you are hearing is the truth. If the truth shall kill those who hate the truth, let it kill them. Remember that we said before, those who do not know the truth are fools, and those who know the truth and call it a lie is a depraved and criminal-minded people. Never say what you want to do until you experience it. Like being a police officer. So don't say that things, until you experience it. So you cannot, have a lot of blow-ons out there telling you how police are supposed to operate. But don't say anything until you have experience being a police officer. Yeah, so at the Jamaica Young Police channel, today we're going to talk about, ugly Addy. Yeah, that's Vibes Cartel, Liquor Son, them call him Little Addy, but over here at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we call him Ugly Addy. Yes, and some people will be like, well, God make all of us, but God don't make everybody pretty. Some are we ugly, some people ugly too, you understand? And the whole Vibes Cartel ugly, and Vibes Cartel picking them ugly too, so, you understand? And based on them behavior, what you call that? That's not a pretty behavior, a beautiful behavior, a ugly behavior, so that's why we say that. So we know as usual in Jamaica, for you to be, to rise to prominence and to get any clout or anything like that or get support, you have to be an anti-police supporter. Yes, you cannot be someone who is for the rule of law. So you know that the police, you have more anti-police people living in Jamaica than police supporters. And as a man who is from the belly of the beast, who's from the garrison, as they call it, the birth of criminality, Jonestown, Kingston 12. We're not going to support any criminals. We are always going to support the police, because without the police and the other security force, which is the Jamaica Defence Force, we would not live in our environment growing up where people would have to think twice before they want to infringe on your human rights that these criminals talking about. So I had received 4 different clips of the raid that the police raided Ugly Addy hideout, and goes to show you, you see when people illiterate and have a mindset, they don't think wide out, You see what they have done right then and there with that life. They just give the enemy their address where they're physically hiding. The same people, who are hiding from people who want to kill them, they have just handed themselves on a platter to the killers. However, sad to say, if God forbid, if the people who want to hurt them, because you know that the Vibes Cartel have so many enemies and people want to get at him and his children. Because remember, you know, this man has created so many pain and sorrow to many families. You can't pick the VP family, and I can't go on and on and on. Vybz Kartel have victims behind him, strung out behind him. You understand, that can maybe go around a football field. So, with that being said, I'm not going to even talk about the woman. And as I've said before, I am not going to show this. I'm not going to show ugly Addy and his family members who were on this video, because they are the one, you know, they're not the police, you know, they are the one that released, that went live to say that, to show that they're afraid of their lives. How open time they're, you know, you see in Jamaica, the only people that these people can disrespect, you know, is police, you know. Yes. In America, the only people that you show respect to is the police and the military. In Jamaica, it's the other way around. So when you're a criminal and you're a known criminal and somebody who break the law, they respect you. But when you're an upholder of the law, they don't respect you in Jamaica. So that's why everybody wants to be a criminal, because being a criminal in Jamaica is cool. And I hope the next time, whenever law enforcement execute their search on these people, that they would find something. But he's the one, Vybz Kartel's son, Ugly Addy, he's the one that gave the police them this idea to come and search him, and to search wherever he's hiding out. You understand? So he gave the police them that information because he's telling them, you know, on live, you know, that he has a gun in his possession. But you know, the next thing that's supposed to happen, I hope whatever country, first world country that's have given them any visa or anything like that, to take it away from them. Because you can't say that these people are criminal supporters, criminal minded people. At no time they were very hostile to the police. You don't want these people in your country because they will destroy it. Because it's a culture, it's toxic. So we continue the journey. So I want you to listen to the first part of this video of these people, how they behave. Yes, Vybz Kartel, baby mother and his child and all of them. It's a corrosive, it's an acidic family. Yes, if you're a Jamaican with a very good memory, you would know that they would say that, you know, this is what one of Miss Lou's Jamaican saying. Say that a bottle in a Benz is still a bottle. And that's what happened with Vybz Kartel's son. And what he did, Vybz Kartel, remember, you know, that Vybz Kartel's son went to this favorite place, this favorite spot in Orchard. And because where he wanted to park, you know, this little ugly boy, you know, that speaking the truth, you know, that's why I tell you, you know, I don't know an honest criminal. So what happened is that he wants to park somewhere that he's not authorized to park. You know, this ugly boy, he went to somewhere at a favorite spot, and because he wanted to park where, and the security guard told him no, he told his father the security guard pulled a gun on him, which is a lie. This boy is a notorious liar. You understand? But you know, but you can show me an honest criminal. So you can see that, you know, he's en route to join his father in prison, just like Ninja Man's son. So after he did that, he lied to his father. His father is in prison, trying his very best to get out because he thought that his money could buy him freedom, not knowing that once you violate the law is going to take its course. And that's what happened. So this young man now, Vybz Kartel's son, you know, he doesn't even think, because he went on Instagram live because his feelings was hurt, because you know, all of these people, they are man babies, you know, and they don't grow up. Then these youths, they weren't grown up, he was dragged up. So he feel that he has all the entitlement in the world to whatever he wants, and he was denied. It's like a little baby denied of his lollipop. So he went on Instagram live and vent against the security guards and lie. Then his father, who's in prison, this is a man, you know, he's trying to get the sympathy of the world. You understand? Because he wants to get out. Because he's well, he can't be tired, because remember, wherever Vybz Kartel sleep in his cell, that's where he shits, eat, piss and do everything. I don't know which human being would like to live like that. And then he as a father, he's inveigling his son. Encourage him to come and join my son, come in prison. Why you want to go to prison to join a father? So he Vibes Cartel, and this is what he said, and he says, putting up the security guard's photograph because his ugly son, ugly Addy, took the photograph of one of the security guard and pretty much put him out there for a target to be on his back. For one of his fanatics, one of his fanatics to come out there and arm the security guards. But a pity they don't know that this complex is not like the other complex where with the beryllium robbery, because there's all kind of security guards here, uniform, they have no gun, but you understand, the private guards. But what the guards they must do at this location and be very meticulous and always stay on the alert, just to watch the people that keep visiting the plaza. So what Vibes Cartel did now, tagging the security, telling people to tag the security guard, and he's saying, this is what he said, Vibes Cartel. Yeah, the only reason your mother not dead with her head cut off and her body fully a gunshot is because you never lay a hand on that is ugly son, so sleep on the same side of the bed where you sleep on last night. And careful when you see people picnic a road because your file run long time. When him say your file run, that sound like like he's an investigator. And we know that Vibes Cartel is not an investigator. Vibes Cartel is a convicted murderer. And he's trying to use his...
My life as well, and I support you.
Not the first to the police, but as first to say something like this, what we don't know. I will no warrant. I will no warrant. I know we don't get no warrant. And then I answer me a money.
What is your name, Miss?
Miss Johnson, Tanisha Johnson.
Let's explain something to you. Let's explain something to you.
Yeah.
Them not arrest for true. Them not arrest.
Yeah, but where is the warrant?
No, them open the door downstairs. Me hear it. Me not there. Me hear the door downstairs full. That's why I'm come out. Cause we never come now. Me open the door, but I only open the door downstairs. Me alert it and go down there. Nobody only never knock the door never open. Me hear one in the movie. So I'm not deaf. That's why I'm come outside. Me not nobody not knock on the door.
Anyway,
Yes, remember, this is a young man, that was talking about bad man and, if they had done certain things, he would, what he would do to the security guards, the threat against their life, and, he would kill them. So he had invited the police now into his midst. So now he's experiencing a taste of it. Is, unfortunately, the police did not take him away because they should take him and let him spend at least 72 hours in custody to let him know what it is like when you want to venture down that road. And listening to even his mother, his mother, she's a very dangerous woman, violent. But the reason why I'm not showing the video that they had sent out, I do not want to be a contributing factor to their demise because they have enemies more than black soul. And it was last year when I received information that they wanted to kill them, in which these people haven't withdrawn that they still want to kill them. So I'm not going to contribute to showing their location, where they're at. They are the one that did it, that exposed themselves on the internet to show people where they're at. So if anything happened to them, they are the contributors to it. So I'm not going to give any oxygen to that for their enemies to know where they're at. You understand? They are the one that did it. So all people have to do is use. I am not going to tell them, and I'm not going to tell them how to do it. So you understand? But I am not going to show it, not to give the criminals them any credence or give them any information for them to go and seek them out. So as you have listened to the woman talking about warrant and stuff like that, look, this is the 21st century, and the police would not go, and police do not raid it, homes especially. People have with their backgrounds or anything like that without a warrant. If they have a district constable in their midst, they don't need a warrant to do that. but you know that they're liars. Show me an honest criminal, and you know, I'll stop doing what I'm doing. There's no honest criminal. Criminals in the layman's term doesn't mean that someone has to become convicted of a crime. So I'm not using a legal terminology. I am just using a layman terminology because that's how the people talk. So you have to talk to them for them to understand. Somebody who is involved in crime in Jamaica, we know that growing up, they are viewed as criminals. They don't have to be convicted. So we'll continue the journey. I wanted to hear the next tape.
No reason.
We are stars, we just let it.
Yeah, like Miss Dula station and them things.
In the illegal. In the illegal for video.
So you don't know. I never say it. Alright? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Step from there, no please.
You're not looking where
Step from there. I said on that.
No illegal for video. It don't illegal for video. It don't illegal for video. It don't illegal for video. We have video for. This is not a working place. This is a house.
This is not work. When a very disrespectful. When a very disrespectful.
No, me let's do the warrant. Me let's do the warrant.
You can't touch her. Thank you. I never asked that.
Yes, you know what is so interesting about these people, how they behave whenever the security forces is trying to do their job, or they are quick to interfere and tell the police how to do their job and what they can do and what they cannot do. But guess what? And these are the Jamaican security force, you know, supposed to be the entity that these people are afraid of because they are monsters and they are evil. But yet still, you know, they are able to record the police doing their job. And guess what? You'll never see a recording of any gunman breaking into a house and killing anyone or even just committing a crime unless it's on a camera outside of somebody's house. Because in Jamaica, you know, the criminals are the ones who are loved, revered and celebrated. Because these people the only rights they respect, you know, is their rights. They don't respect no one else's rights. And they believe that they're supposed to be able to violate other people's rights and there are no consequences. Because remember, you know, it was this little other boy, you know, and his father that had threatened the security guards. You understand? And I have said, and I'll say before, and I'll say again, I still do believe in redemption. This young man can change his life. He's on a destructive road, a destructive path as his father. He has this entitlement attitude and he has this criminal mindset. Yes, I said criminal. He doesn't have to be convicted of a crime to be a criminal. He has a criminal mindset. He has a mindset of someone who wants to be a criminal and indulge in criminality. Because criminals are people who are dishonest and believe that they're supposed to violate other people's rights without any consequences. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you will respect the rights and rules wherever you go. Because he's the one who went to the plaza, you know, and wanted to park somewhere that he's not supposed to park. And because he was told that then he concocted lies and sent to his father in prison. But to show you that Jamaica is a criminal's paradise, you know, his father is in prison. I have a cell phone, so he was able to just text his father. Can you believe that? How that's happening in Jamaica where people use phone to communicate and kill people outside of the prison walls? You have some people in prison that should not have phone. You understand? We know that it's against the law. So Vybz Kartel, and what? Vybz Kartel is gonna, well, Alice, he's gonna do like Tesha Miller and put the phone up his rectum. So, you know, because once a man violates his own rectum, you know that he's a rear admiral. Because if you have to put your phone in your rectum to hide it, you are a rear admiral. We know that Tesha Miller is a rear admiral because several times they let him cough out the phone out of his ass. You understand? And Vybz Kartel did it a few times too. So Vybz Kartel is really a royal sprat. Because if you keep cell phone in your rectum, you have to be a royal sprat. Why you want to go and join your father in prison, ugly Addy? You don't want to do that. My suggestion to you and your ugly siblings and your ugly mother. Yes, I said that they're ugly because people always, when people think that people are ugly, they look at the outer appearance. No. us at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, it's your inner thoughts and your behavior why we determine that you're ugly. You're supposed to be decent, honest, ethical, and a well-bred person. You are ill-bred. You're narcissistic. You're a liar. And you're very disrespectful. And you're not a law-abiding citizen. Law-abiding citizens don't behave in that way. But as I've stated, and I'll continue to state again, I am not going to show the video because I do not want to give the criminals who want to kill you, your mother, and your other siblings because of what your father has done. So you believe that because your father is responsible for taking the lives of so many Jamaicans, that you and your siblings and your mother are insulated from the wrath of these people. You have to understand that whenever you leave tears of pain behind you, remember the people who are wiping off those tears, they want to get even, and it's called even Stevens, or they want to retaliate, or they want revenge. Young man, this is the second time I'm imploring on you, change your ways. My suggestion to you, stop that kind of talking about bad man and this and that. Don't venture down the same road as your father. We know that the people, the low IQ people in Jamaica, they love it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be your life. When you're in prison, none of them is going to be there with you. Since as you have all these people who are following you on social media, and they love you because of your father, try to be a role model to young boys, to young men in Jamaica, that they don't follow the path that your father has gone down. And in prison, if you don't end up in prison, you're going to end up dead because people want to kill your father. And you think that it's cool because your father, his name has called, and so many Jamaicans losing their lives. You don't want that. And you're just as ugly as your father, so it's easy for people to identify you. I am appealing to you, young man. Read the philosophy and opinion of Marcus Garvey. Read Marcus Garvey said, change your life, change your thought process. We don't want to see you destroy your life. You should not be, none of you should be paying for the sins of your father. But unfortunately, that's the kind of world we are living in. You did not do any of these people anything. But your father has caused hurt, and people want, it's all about hurt. And people want to cause hurt back to him. But it's unfair that people want to harm you guys when you guys are innocent to what your father has done in the past. But your father, you should not be paying for the sins of your father. And you do not want to venture down the same road. So my advice to you, little Addy, ugly Addy, change your ways. Change. Read the philosophy and opinion of Marcus Garvey. Read Marcus Garvey said, and you will get a different perspective about life. Because as a black boy, as a black man, you will see yourself in another black man that you don't want to harm him. Because if you harm that black man, you're harming yourself. Anytime you want to harm somebody, it's supposed to be in self-defense. Not willy-nilly because you feel like you can do it and get away with it. We know that Jamaica is a criminal's paradise and everything is skewed towards the criminals. You want to be a law-abiding citizen, not to be someone who is marked by the system. And see, you have done it. You have put yourself out there now. You don't want that. I am appealing to you, young man. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we're all about saving lives, including yours. We don't want to see you waste your life. Change your mind, change your mindset. Please, read the philosophy and opinion of Marcus Garvey. And Marcus Garvey said, your life worth more than stupidity. All the young people, young boys who have the same mindset as this young man, change. Because only two things is going to happen. Prison or the cemetery. You choose one. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.